Wow.
That's the way to rope them in. Hey, ladies and gentlemen. That was the sounds of the behemoth mystic.
The behemoth.
Behemoth.
El Sargon.
All right, there we go.
Whose
Boom.
show
Awesome.
is it?
It's mine. On this episode of the Red Report,
Cheers,
we
Ashton.
talk about death. Talk about death, despair, and disappointment. That's right, folks. We're talking about marriage. All right. With us this week first is Ashtray. Ashtray has been married in the past to, according to him, a beastly, horrible woman. It was all. It was all
pretty. She wasn't a beast, but she was horrible.
Beastly, horrible woman. Wow.
Yeah. It started out in love and lovely bliss and everything else until Ashtray had to relight the pilot light on his hot water heater. The ensuing pop made him scream like a bitch, and after that, his wife said every time she talked.
Every time that thundering voice screamed his name out, he couldn't handle it anymore.
She left
every
me.
time.
Left me because I got scared by the water heater.
You said every time you talked, all she heard was "wow, wow, wow, my vagina hurts."
Wow. This is what happens when you disclose any shred of information to any of us.
Eddie's a shark.
We will use it against the other person.
Well, here's my question. I wanted to ask you. I didn't type anything. You said you were raised on a farm, right?
Yeah.
And it was all electric, no gas. I mean, aren't farms out in the middle of nowhere? Was it like a farm in an apartment complex, or was it a?
Yeah, no, it wasn't a farm in an apartment complex. It was a.
I mean, if it's out,
wood
it's
furnace
gotta have
for heat, and we had an electric.
You had a wood furnace
water
for
heater.
heat, but you had.
That's
Oh,
simple.
okay, all right, okay, cool.
At least we didn't have to put wood under the water.
They have electricity in the country, Teddy.
Yeah,
I know, but most
this isn't cable. This isn't high-speed internet or something.
Most country houses I've been to, because I do live in Tennessee, I've been to a few of them. They're out in the middle of nowhere. They have gas, like gas stoves, fucking,
Yeah, I lived in the country and we had gas too, but I used electric.
Anyway, whatever. Fuck y'all. Fuck all y'all. Next up is Oracle. Oracle is getting married, and just to be a better nerd than me, he's going to disappoint everybody by telling him that he wants to get married in EverQuest.
Yeah, that's right. Is EverQuest still around?
I don't know.
I bet
it's a video game.
It's
probably dude. That was like one of the first ones. It
was like better than it was WoW before WoW came out.
Is that what they play in? What's that? The Guild? That redheaded chick. You ever seen that?
I haven't seen that.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Awesome. Then there's Mystic. A little known fact. The reason Mystic's been married longer than any of us. The reason Mystic did not appear on camera is because his wife, when she took his balls, didn't put him in a drawer in the dresser. She had him stuffed and mounted behind his chair with a plaque. Ain't never getting these bitches back.
I thought she stapled them to your head so they dangle in front of your eyes.
That's some Game of Thrones shit there.
Right? That's pretty. I don't even think they did that shit. They just cut his off, at least in Game of Thrones.
Wow. And last but not least, I'm Teddy. I'm getting married to a nice, lovely, beautiful woman. And I'm not just saying this shit because she's watching. I am just saying this shit because she's watching. And this is
she has a samurai sword.
Baby, I was joking. So we're talking about marriage this week. I'm getting married. Ashtray's been married. Oracle's also getting married. Mystic, like I said, you've been married. So I wanted to kind of find out the origins. Say what? Yeah,
Mystic's been. I was gonna say how long, Mystic. Like fuck, I can't remember.
What is it?
How long have you been married?
16 years.
16.
I was doing math, man. It'll be 17 on July 17th.
Oh, awesome, cool.
This year.
Okay. So there's evidence that the institution of marriage has been around for about 4,500 years old. 4,350 years old. Sorry. Before that, anthropologists think that people lived in small communities of about 30 people, with multiple women that were shared among the men leaders and stuff with the kids.
Okay.
The first recorded marriage ceremonies, evidence of marriage ceremonies was in Mesopotamia in 2350 BC. back then, marriage's purpose was to pretty much take control of the woman. She didn't just show people she belonged to the husband. And it was also to legitimize the kids because you could just have guys need to say this is my pussy, find your own. And
That's exactly.
well, because like okay, here's the reason is because men didn't wear rings. The women got the rings. It was a show that they were married. Husbands usually had concubines if they were lords and stuff, or they would go out. They can go out and fuck other people, but women they were property. Religion became
the good old days.
The good old days. Bitches couldn't vote either.
And can't even drive.
When the Roman Catholic Church was coming to power in Europe, back in the 1500s, that's when like church started getting involved in the marriage ceremony. And the Council of Trent in 1563.
In the 1500s? Now, are we talking AD or BC?
This is AD.
Wow.
This is when the church is getting involved to make it
religious. Yeah, that's really surprising to me because I would have expected the church to be involved. I don't know, really early on, right?
Yeah, it was widely accepted, but they didn't make it canon law until 1563 at the Council of Trent.
No shit.
So yeah,
that's surprising.
Yep. But I fucking men who married men. Gay marriages.
I don't know, though, Teddy. Where is that from? I mean, I don't want to play devil's advocate here because.
What's the charge?
Because that show, that Viking show that me and Oracle watched,
Last Kingdom.
It takes place in 800s, and the king is married to that one chick. Like they had that ceremony to marry him and shit.
No. I'm saying that the Catholic Church made a canon law that like marriage ceremonies at the Council of Trent. People were getting married in ceremonies before this, but I'm just saying, like the Catholic Church.
That's the year the Catholic Church made it part of their...
Church made it part of their canon law. They were like, hey, we do this if you want to get married, blah blah. This,
and this probably just a big fucking money grab.
You want to seal the good God,
right?
That's all it is a money grab. That's all the church is. Yeah, like when they sell fucking. They sell passes in
way
to
to guilt you into staying in line too.
1700s.
Yeah, they were having ceremonies before that, but this is when the church like, hey, we want our part. They made rules such as like you couldn't get divorced and things like that. Apparently, men got married to men back in the day too. Roman Emperor Nero, who ruled from 54 AD to 68, married 2 men in formal weddings.
Really?
Yeah, that dude was a freak, though.
Yeah, he kind of. Yeah, he didn't really.
I mean, he
go down in history as like
wasn't
a good
he
guy.
the one that fiddled as Rome burnt?
Yeah, he was fucking crazy.
Yeah, Nero. Yeah, he was fucking nuts. It was. So he probably married a bunch of motherfuckers.
Yeah, but he forced the imperial court to treat them as wives. In the 2nd and 3rd century of Rome. In the 2nd and 3rd century of Rome, homosexual weddings became common enough that it started to worry people. The
homosexual weddings, they're getting a little too common.
They look like they're having way too much fun.
Yeah, right.
Too much fun.
I just watched somebody be beheaded in the Coliseum, but those fucking homosexual weddings, man.
Yeah, that dude cannot.
Someday they'll call it the Greek disease if we don't do something about it.
Yeah, and it says the Romans outlawed formal homosexual unions in the year 342.
Then they became super secret and sexy.
So hold on, though. Like back in the day, though, like what if you weren't gay? You were just like some young kid. You're like 17, and some fucking emperor's like, "Ooh, he's hot. I'm gonna marry him and treat him like a bitch." Like, what? There's nothing you could do.
Yes,
no, you know what I mean.
Not.
Like, you just
if you were a poor kid, you'd be his bitch. You gotta hope he at least gave you a nice, comfortable bedroom when he wasn't banging you.
I guess it'd be like probably being like Ashtray in prison.
Yeah, right. You gotta learn to roll with it. Give them what they want. Don't fight it.
This is getting out of hand, folks.
Like, yeah, your balls are huge. Yeah.
Okay, so
you got King Kong balls.
You get it. Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. When you decide to get married for the guy, one of the first things you have to do is get a ring, right? Oracle got a ring. I got a ring.
Yep.
Ashtray, did you get your ring back?
Put a ring on it.
Yeah, I had my. I kept my ring. I actually wore it around my. Because that was my.
No, did you get her ring back?
Yeah, did you get her
ring back? No, fuck, I didn't want to even bother trying to have that fight.
All right.
What'd you pay for it? Were you out quite a bit?
Me?
Yeah.
It was like $1,000.
3?
Yeah.
Man, you guys are expensive.
Really?
That's how much I paid for mine.
Cracker Jack box.
That's how much you paid for yours?
Cracker Jack box. Yeah.
How much you pay for yours, Oracle?
Yeah, 3.
Oh, I got all your beat.
You guys got me. Both of you got me beat. I paid like fucking $1,200, I think, or something.
Jeez. How big's the zone?
4, motherfucker. It was like really, really on sale. My sister worked at the fucking. My sister worked at the jewelry store.
Well, there you go. Yeah, you get the good deal. You have them fucking.
It was worth like 2, but it wasn't. It's not 3 like you guys.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's a racket. Like, how much are these things really worth?
Right. Exactly. I was telling that. I'm like, yeah. There's this diamond's gonna. Why is this diamond worth thousands of dollars? I mean, it's fucking retarded. So anyway, they didn't all start out
with $175.
Yeah, my wedding band, my first wedding band was only like $545. It was not very expensive at all. So rings. Back in prehistoric time, there is evidence that Neanderthals tied rings made of twigs and reeds around their fingers to symbolize their commitments to each other. The first real sign of wedding rings is in Egypt around 3000 BC. Egyptians exchanged rings made of materials of bone, leather, and ivory. Rings were placed on the third finger of the left hand called the vena amoris. Do you know why it was placed on the third finger left hand?
Nope.
This is because they believe that there was a vein that runs from that finger directly to the heart.
No shit. So that comes. So our ring finger is from ancient Egypt.
Yep. Well, I don't. That's why they put the ring on that finger. I don't know if it's from ancient. They put that ring on the finger. I don't know if the whole reason why. Yeah, but that's it has been disproven. And in hieroglyphics, Egyptian alphabet, the circle it represents eternity. In the Roman Empire, they gave rings to their women made of gold if they could afford it. If not, they gave them lead.
So they go insane.
The exchange of church weddings became customary in the Middle Ages. In medieval era, we talked about that. When they started getting rings, started getting ornate in the Victorian area because of discoveries of gold and precious gemstones. They can make them even more elaborate. What I didn't know about the United States is in America, the men generally, in a lot of these places, the men generally didn't wear rings. In the United States, in around 1940s, men started wearing wedding rings.
Oh, capitalism.
Well,
yeah, beers.
It became customary for World War II soldiers to wear them as to remind themselves they were married. So they started getting wedding bands before they went over. So.
Okay.
Boom.
Oh, but so gonna forget.
Yeah. Right.
Well, fuck it, we're in France.
According to the American Gem Society, the history of the diamond getting in there is in 1477. Archduke Maximilian, holy shit, that's a name, ain't it? Of Austria commissioned the very first engagement. Yeah, I know, right? Commissioned the very first engagement ring on record for his betrothed Mary of Burgundy. And then this, because he did it, this sparked a trend for diamonds among the aristocrats. In America, diamonds were very popular, but in 1930s, De Beers, De Beers Company, because the economy was down, they started having what do you call those guys? Movie stars wear a shit ton of diamonds and stuff. And that kind of brought up an upsurge. And in 1947, they came up with the fucking slogan that diamonds are forever. And then that fucking
bling, man.
Kicked all that shit off. All right, so
they essentially have a racket that diamond prices for a while.
But people still say people say there's not a shortage of diamonds. They shouldn't be there's whole warehouse.
They can make them, right?
Yeah.
Even advertised like, "Ooh, these are newborn diamonds." Ooh.
Ooh. Newborn diamonds? They're not just cubic zirconians anymore?
No, they're legitimate diamonds, but they're made, artificially.
Just made under really extreme pressure?
Is it
weird?
Made under really extreme pressure.
Yeah, it's like, do you really consider it worth as much because they could just make it now?
Right.
Well, my dumbass still paid $3,000.
Did you get a brand new one?
Yeah.
Oh, yours was a brand new forged one?
Yeah.
What do they call it at the place you got it?
What do you mean? What do they call it?
Oh, I don't know. The commercials I hear on the radio is like, oh, these are newborn diamonds. Like, they're really.
No, this was this was not a made diamond. This was a one.
This is a black kid
yes.
with no hands.
Many black people were killed for this diamond. I got a certificate.
I totally misheard you. I thought you said yours was a newborn diamond.
No.
Well, okay. Stop talking so goddamn much. You would mishear him.
David says you can get a person's or pet's ashes made into a created diamond.
Yeah, you can.
Shit.
That's awesome and
that's
creepy as fuck.
Crazy, right?
What's that show on Netflix about the guy moving the cocaine? Ozark. Remember the guy who did the house selling business when his mom died? He started dating that stripper. Yeah. He had his mom made to a diamond, and he proposed to her with that diamond.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Now, what would you feel? Well, of course, we're not women, but like, if you were a woman and someone proposed to you with a diamond forged from the ashes of his mother, like,
yeah, that's a red flag.
Yeah, right.
yeah. I don't even know.
Right, it's like, man, Billy, we just met.
Weird. Right?
You married me.
First off, I'd remind him that this is an Arby's.
Yeah, I just want your order, okay?
Yeah. Like, Sarah, this is an Arby's.
You want a Big Montana,
or you can't pay for that roast beef.
Fuck you guys. All right. So after she says yes, hopefully she says yes. I don't know if I've seen that video. There's a lot of, if you go on YouTube and like see people like proposal rejections, it's kind of heartbreaking and funny at the same time, especially the guys who do like basketball games and shit. She's like, no, it's like walks off.
Oh, that's brutal.
I swear to God, like that's fucked up that they have that shit on YouTube. Like, obviously, like, why wouldn't they? You know what I mean? But like, what?
That's so brutal.
That is so super brutal.
So then you got to start planning a wedding, which I got to tell you, it's happened to do it twice. It's a pain in the fucking ass. The average cost of a wedding in 2019, it was about $34,000.
Fuck.
Yeah, but it also varies by state. There is, if you go to the insider.com link, there is a by state average of what it is. Alabama's the cheapest at $16,000. Big surprise. But places
no way they even spend that much.
I was gonna say,
no way.
16,000. Wow.
Yeah,
that's probably average based on some of the bigger.
It's fucking insider.
Right, but places like Manhattan, it costs up to $75,000 to have a wedding. It breaks it down why it is. They say it's because the average cost of a wedding. They say the average cost is based on it having too many a lot of moving parts and things like that. I think it's also the inflation. There are a few websites that mention that it's for some things there's about a $200 markup when you mention wedding. I remember 200%. 200%. Yeah, when I was trying to find my first venue for my first wedding, I called a place and wanted to rent it out for the reception, and it was like a few $100, like almost $1,000. But no, sorry, for the reception it was like they wanted like $3,000. But when I called back for a party of 150 people, it was only like $1,200.
So what are these? What are these people buying? Yeah, what are they paying for?
Okay, here we go. So first off, average wedding costs.
You better pay attention. You're getting married.
Location and transport. All right, so the reception venue, they can cost up to $15,000. Which is fucking.
Dude. See, that's where you're fucking up, man.
Well, we paid $150 for the church,
right?
I mean, yeah, the place we rented out.
I think it's and then we rented out the fucking the Lions Club or some shit. Oracle, you were there.
Yeah,
it was like the VFW or Iron.
Well, that's what's in fucking.
Oh, the Knights of Columbus. That's what it was. The Knights of Columbus.
All right,
that was like fucking $800. That was it.
And then he got this ceremony site, 2,382. I guess if you want to have like a lattice or something or a fucking little thing there where they're, transportation says $856. I don't know why. It would say it's. I mean, it's. I mean, I guess renting a limo or something.
I rode in a 12-year-old minivan.
Okay, so when it comes to attire, it says wedding dress. It says $1,600, but having watched the Say Yes to the Dress show, that's usually up for chicks. And I gotta say, women, don't spend a lot. You're only gonna wear the dress once. Kristen, she brought her dress.
We're gonna come on it anyway. So
really, I mean, get it clean. See, my first wife, she brought her dress on Craigslist.
So you better turn it inside out first.
She brought her dress on Craigslist, wore it, and then ended up selling it back on Craigslist to another lady who wanted the same dress. After she went to David's Bridal to find which one she wanted, and then found it used. So I mean, and it says groom's attire $283. A tuxedo is gonna cost more than that to rent, and then also if you're paying for your bridal parties,
groomsmen,
for and everything else. If you want to be a dick and have them buy their own dress and shit, that's kind of dickish to do. I think it's kind of dickish. Also,
shit, I have weddings I've been in. I had to fucking rent my own tax.
Also, dick to have a destination.
I don't think I've ever had a groom be like, I'm fucking buying all your shit.
Oh, hell no.
I mean, they buy I've had them buy all my drinks later, and it's like they also give you a gift and whatnot. But it's just, I guess, I thought it was kind of common practice that you did rent your own tux.
Right. Yeah, because you're gonna get fucking
Teddy, if you
hammered on there.
Oh yeah,
dude.
Oh no,
every wedding I've gone to, I got fucking just pour up for free. So.
Yeah, we're gonna have all you can drink mimosas and
hell it's going down.
I drink mimosas and Bloody Marys. But anyway,
Travis says he hasn't heard of.
They're from Wisconsin, Teddy. You might want to rethink that.
Travis has been in a fucking shit ton of weddings. He says probably been 20 weddings he's never had.
You two fuckers, there would be kids there, you sons of bitches.
Well, there's kids at Wisconsin weddings too,
right?
Anyway, so
they're usually fucking hammered.
Yeah, they're the designated drivers.
Yeah. They just hook a wagon up to a tractor and have the fucking 9-year-old drive them back.
All right, we're running over on time. Fuck y'all. Come on, let's go. All right, photographer. It says $2,600, which is fucking great. Okay, so the photographer we have he's $2,900, but we're getting there for $5,000.
More than that.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, $2,900 is considered good.
Dude, my sister-in-law paid like $4,500.
God.
Yeah, and it was ridiculous. I was like, I could have done the same thing for $1,500 because all he did was put it into Photoshop afterwards and fucking, add a vignette and fucking, work the color a little bit.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yep.
The I don't envy though, like the amount of time.
They got to put up with a
lot
of shit too.
Like the amount of time as the DJ spends is nowhere near the amount of time as the photographer. Because once it's done, going home.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to fucking work on photos and try to get them all done by a certain
right,
deadline.
and you can get drunk too. You don't want
and,
the wedding photographer to get fucking wasted.
Then you got the wedding event planner. You absolutely do need to have one of these. It makes it a shit ton easier. You can find it. Hopefully, you can find it for a good price. I say here, you usually pay about $2,000. That's usually about right. For entertainment, you can either have a reception for the reception band.
Do you have a wedding planner, Teddy?
I do have a wedding planner. Yes.
Fuck that, man.
Damn, man.
You're fucking balling, dude.
Out. He's balling. Yeah. He's going all out. Got the wedding planner too. I mean, don't get me wrong, they do help, but
they help out a lot. I mean, she laid out because I have no idea where especially where we're having it. Like I can see that like people have a wedding there all the time, and it's an old fucking racist ass house here in Franklin, and I can see how like I went to I was like
Travis.
I'm like it's cheap. If you want to do it here, we can. I couldn't see how people could have a wedding there, but seeing pictures with tent set up and everything else, and it looking totally different. There's an old barn out back for fucking nostalgia. But honey, I can't wait to get married there. Awesome way to go.
Old barn out back for hanging black folks.
For hanging, yeah.
I'm getting married where I had uncles swinging.
We got a barn out back for all the black folks.
Awesome. Jesus Christ.
Y'all are making this real dark, folks. All right. Okay, so reception band they say can cost up to $4,200. For reception DJ, Ashtray, how much do you charge the DJ?
How much do I charge the DJ? I think that's secret.
Not a trick question.
Lately, $700, which is
$700. Okay. Here it says $1,292.
Oh, how much fuck! You gotta up your prices, dude.
How much are you charging me to DJ at my wedding?
I haven't decided yet. More, I just have to look on it. It's what I'm gonna.
$1,291.
More for the travel.
Does the price lower the bigger the quantity of cocaine I get you?
Oh fuck! I'll do something in your wedding, Teddy.
Yeah, that definitely that'll play a factor.
You got yourself security,
right?
Bouncer.
Orca's like, let me see the tag. Let me see the tag. Who side you with?
That's funny.
Rehearsal dinner $1,200. Wedding cake $500, which is underpriced. There are places that will charge you more.
Wedding cakes are way. I think we pay fucking like $800 for ours.
Jesus Christ! For a goddamn cake.
For cake because it's for a wedding, bro.
Oh my god, birthday,
dude! Birthday cake for 50 people is like $100. A wedding cake for 50 people is like $800. It's fucking. They say catering is up to $70 per person.
Hilarious if you actually just got a bunch of happy birthday cakes and had them there at the table. People like, I don't get it.
Just stack them, get them from bigger to smaller, and stack them on top of each other, like kind of smush.
Yeah, just fucking like take icing and just like put it over the top, and just like spray on it.
What kind of cake is this? We have no idea, but he just grabbed a bunch of shit. Here we go.
Did you? Teddy or Ashtray, did you save a piece of wedding cake in your freezer?
Save a piece of wedding cake in the freezer, yeah. We're gonna get to that.
Why?
Here.
What the hell is that?
We did that, and it's horrible. Don't do it.
It is bad. You take one bite, then you're fucking.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Travis paid $13,000 for venue, bar, and food bill.
Yeah. They get expensive.
Yeah, but he's rich though too. So.
Oh, he wasn't rich then though. He got married a while back.
Okay. So anyway, all right. So after
probably richer than me.
Shut the fuck up talking. Goddamn, we gotta keep going. All right.
The tables are turned.
Gotta keep going. Jesus Christ. All right. So usually there's a. No, I didn't mean it, buddy. I love you. Sorry. There's been some traditions in American weddings that I wanted to fucking find out where they came from. And I only looked up American weddings, so Ashtray, before you actually, if I found something about Scandinavian marriages to Egyptians or something, I did not. The only American weddings. All right. First off, we had the bachelor and bachelorette parties. Probably the first bachelor. Oh shit! I lost my place. God damn it. Okay. Well, the term bachelor first didn't come up until Geoffrey Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales. Bachelor used to be referred to as like a knight and shit. But it first appeared in that book to refer to an unmarried guy. The first bachelor parties they say date back to fucking the Spartans. They started it the night before, going out and getting their boy drunk and shit before he fucking got married. Women kind of started following suit. They say in the 50s and 60s they started trading in their what do you call it?
Shortly after the Spartans.
Shortly after Spartans, they started trading bridal showers for bachelorette parties, which I think is bullshit because I know bitches that have bridal showers and bachelorette parties.
Yeah,
so
right.
They get two for we don't get a groom. We don't get a groom party.
We don't have any grooms.
How crazy would a Spartan bachelor party be?
Pretty fucking awesome,
right?
Yes.
Like
they fucking beheading motherfuckers and shit.
Yeah, right. They would totally pick, some poor bastard.
4 slaves that they're gonna torture.
Exactly. The slaves they would just hunt.
It's just got
right. Yeah. We release him into the wild. You have a 12-hour head start.
We'll start with the guys. What do you think the top 2 destination for bachelor parties?
Oh, bachelor parties, strip club, or are you talking about cities?
Oh, we talking about a city or
cities? Yes, cities.
Cities.
Vegas
or
Vegas, New York?
City.
Nope. For guys, it's
Miami.
No, it's San Diego, California. It's number 1.
What?
San Diego for guys?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tijuana.
Yep. Yeah, Vegas. Well, actually, these aren't numbers. It says top 10, but they're not numbered. So, yeah, San Diego, California is the first one they have, which I didn't think. Apparently, they've got a lot of clubs there.
They do.
California.
They do.
So,
close proximity to fucking
under that one is it's Louisiana, New Orleans.
That's surprising.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I mean I can see New Orleans.
I've never been to New Orleans.
And Vegas. On the online.
Well, I don't know.
the sites. There's some sites you can go to for that best man can go to, to get to plan the bachelor party shit. In Vegas is searched 35% of the time. So yeah. For women, this is I fucking hate this shit. For women, the number one place is Las Vegas. The reason I hate it is because the number 1-2 place is Nashville. For some reason, Nashville has become it has become a really, really popular place for these bachelorette parties. And
because they want to go see Southern.
Do you remember that when they had? Do you remember when they had the draft there, Teddy? They were doing Grand Ole Opry. They were doing stories about women like, we're having our bachelorette party here, and now all of a sudden the draft is here. Bitch, they planned that 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, the draft it isn't just like they just pick a city. Like they actually did a news story in Tennessee because we ran the fucking thing, and I don't know why. You know what I mean? Like, these bachelorettes were like, oh my god.
Okay, so
many people. They pissed off that a lot of hunky football players were there.
If they go to
pissed off that there were so many people they couldn't like get in and out of bars and like shit.
It started raining and people still didn't leave. It was fucking the town was so fucking packed. I couldn't come anywhere near Nashville. I had to take back roads into work and shit. It was fucking crazy.
So what are these women doing in fucking Nashville?
One of the thing they're doing is fucking pedal bikes, which I do not fucking get. There are these pedal bars.
Pedal
bars. Where they,
I've never actually been on one.
Why would you drink and pedal at the same goddamn? Why is that fun?
To burn off calories so you can drink more.
What the fuck? I don't want to pedal and drink. This is
if it's a nice day, I could totally see myself. But I'm an alcoholic.
And then you probably wouldn't have to pedal very fucking hard either.
No, not when you have like 8 of you.
Right. There's a bunch of people.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck it. Anyway, so there are other traditions that I want to look up. So I didn't know things like this. The best man. The reason for a best man is because the word best man refers to a guy's swordsmanship. Back in the day, if somebody like the girl's parents didn't fucking approve of it or somebody didn't approve of it, and during the ceremony and shit got real, you had to have your homie right here.
Your best man was like one who decided
to fend off the fucking father-in-law.
I'll cut it.
Right. That refers to you.
That would really make a difference in who you chose.
Yeah,
you're like,
my
Steve,
goddamn
listen, I know
sword.
we're best friends.
You gotta have your homie.
I'm gonna take Rick here. He's a monster.
The bouquet started. Had origin in ancient times. Women carried aromatic bunches of garlics and herbs and spices to ward off evil spirits.
And to cover the scent of their pussy.
Chicken noodle soup later.
And that's the same thing to do with bridesmaids. The bridesmaids they dressed alike to trick evil spirits.
So here's a question.
What's up?
Well, it's talking about the bridesmaids dressing alike. I've noticed, and I don't know how long have they been doing this. Where bridesmaids, sure, they'll wear all the same colors, but it seems like each one has a different kind of cut to the dress. Has it always been that way? I thought it was just kind of like all the dresses would be similar, but
you're watching wedding shit.
I've been watching weddings. Yeah. Well, for
another thing that's weird is before. Okay, I've always been the guy that just like you don't see the bride before the wedding and everything else. Yeah. And so when we were planning the ceremony and everything else and how the event's gonna go with our planner, she asked if we wanted to have a first look, and I was like, "What's a first look? What the fuck is that?" And apparently, people are now like before they walk down the aisle, they come and see each other and shit, and then he goes up and then she.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm like, what goddamn hippies? What are y'all doing? Changing up shit.
Goddamn hippies.
Fucking hippies, man.
Fucking hippies.
So anyway, all right, so this one is fucking crazy. All right, the fucking the garter toss. This tradition originated in fucking England and France. Guests would try to obtain a piece of the bride's dress for good luck.
A guest would, not the groom.
A guest would, right? Yeah. So, but this left the bride kind of nervous because at any given time somebody could just rip shit off her dress. So, so to pacify the crowd, the groom would take piece of the dress and like when they're trying. Most people try to do it when they're doing the send off and shit. So they would have little pieces that he would chuck out at people as they fucking.
So they made an actual ceremony out of it. So it's like
made actual ceremony out of it.
Yeah.
Fucking Edward Scissorhands is out in the crowd.
Yeah, right.
Got old man Withers coming up with a fucking knife. Like, oh, I gotta cut off a little piece of that.
All right, and the last one I got is a threshold carry. you're like, man, this is why I believe in God. Okay, this custom of carrying a bride over the just listen to this shit. Okay, this custom of carrying a bride over the threshold of a new home came from medieval Europe with a belief that the bride was vulnerable to evil spirits through her feet. To prevent evil spirits from entering the house, which may be lingering at the threshold, the groom would carry her into their new home.
Amazing.
Yeah. That's why I don't believe.
That's just.
It's fucking insane. All right. Cool. Anybody got anything you want to say about marriage?
Yeah, right. Like I say, do it if it's financially worth it. That's kind of what my mom and my
you're gonna be a
stepdad.
kept man.
So Ashtray said marry up. Hey, look, I had it for your mama. It was fun. Ashtray said marry up.
The well, not only marry up, but like like my mom and stepdad for years were unmarried until it got to where it was beneficial for her to get on his health insurance. And it's like they went to Vegas with like 2 other friends and just had a little kind of like they totally got eloped and made it legal.
When me and Stephanie went to Vegas, I brought these gaudy like fake diamond filled rings off of Wish. And like we like after, and then we started wearing them in Vegas, started taking pictures and shit and sending them to my mother-in-law. It was fucking funny as shit. All right, so that's our topic. We got next up is What's Sexy. Oracle's up first with The Last Kingdom.
The Last Kingdom. So this is a show on Netflix. I'm on the 4th season now.
How far along is it season wise?
So I think
it's only 4 seasons.
They're coming out with the 5th season. I don't think it's come out yet. This is a fucking good ass show. And if you look at any of the comments or anything, people are always shocked. They're like, why is this show so underrated? Like, why the fuck is this not? Because just the drama, the violence, Uhtred, who is the like Viking Saxon guy, he's a badass. He's funny. He fucks all these like super hot chicks. Like he fucks like 2.5 like hot chicks every
2.5 hot chicks.
2.5 hot chicks.
Yeah, 2.5.
That's a half a chick more than the competition.
I mean, really?
Right.
I know. He's a badass, but he's not like indefeatable.
Right.
He's just really cocky. You know what I'm saying? He's like really cocky.
Right. And he knows it too.
No, it's not on par with Game of Thrones.
No. No.
For a Netflix show or like BBC, this is really good.
Right. And they do such a great job with this show. Like I've never had a show. This is great to watch with your woman because Carolyn, she fucking loves, all the romance shit. I love all the violent shit.
And the fucking, let's be real.
And right. And both of us though, they set up the drama perfectly. They're like, God damn it, why are you fucking doing this? And it's like, and it's not contrived though. It's like, okay, you understand why the king is making this decision, but it's just like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like
it's not right.
Right. It's always the motivations and everything are always very complicated in a believable way.
Right.
And it's fantastic. It's a great show.
Like Game of Thrones.
The characters are, it's I don't know how historically.
It's actually really historic. I was reading up on it.
Yeah.
It's more historically accurate than Vikings.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Vikings is a better produced show. The acting is better.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as gory because it's on the History Channel. Like this Netflix one, man, like, they're just showing beheaded fucking people and shit. Like it's pretty brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great show. Really good characters. I think they're going to have the 5th season coming out pretty soon here. So yeah, check it out.
So, as the show then, I mean, it's historically accurate. Like it is based on like certain events that happened.
That's what historically accurate means.
Yeah.
The mid to late 800s is when the Norse Vikings invaded England.
So
it tells a story of the Last Kingdom.
It's the same time period as Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So basically what what I think they're doing is they're taking this character Uhtred, which I don't know if Uhtred was actually somebody that existed, but he is interacting with all of these historical kind of characters that were existing in these kingdoms.
Okay, so there are characters that, it's not just like, oh, it just happened during this time, but like, these are kind of all imaginary characters.
Yeah,
there are actual.
There are some like big ones, like the king. Okay, yeah,
the king of Wessex was an actual king.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm sure the events aren't, super historically accurate.
Right. His fucking
awesome, cool.
His hoes weren't that hot.
No, they definitely were not.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Mystic PAX 3.
Yeah, so thinking about getting a vape, a riser, because I see Teddy over there having so much fun with his nice volcano, but I ain't got that kind of money. I got Teddy money. So I'm gonna get the cheaper portable PAX 3, which is a.
What about your Biden stimmy? That's enough to get yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I can't just leave that shit sitting around with my kids fucking walking around.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, what's this? Don't touch it.
Yeah,
it's a lava lamp without the fucking lamp.
So I just need.
Yeah, I
need a little portable one. It's got really good reviews. It's kind of just the Apple iPhone of vaporizers, the plug and play. You know what I mean? So we'll see. It drops your consumption quite a bit. Teddy, have you noticed that?
It does drop it like smoke because you can smoke. It's when you pack a bowl or whatever, a bowl burns away. But this you can smoke it and smoke it and smoke it. So you can. So one bowl turns into 5.
They're saying that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They say that you burn off about 60%.
Yeah, of the
material when you use a lighter. So
yeah, you get so much more. It's pretty good. It's awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll let you guys know how it is. But
for some reason, my fucking
actually, I think Travis got a volcano. Some bitch.
Yeah, he said he did. He got his used or something. He said.
Yeah, he got his used on him.
Craigslist.
Fucking Groupon.
Right, up next is you know what? Fuck y'all, okay? Fuck y'all. There's nothing wrong with saving money.
You're right, there isn't.
Eat a dick. Next up is me with a new range bag. Oracle, pull up the fucking Amazon shit, man. I got a new range bag. When I go to the range, I got my glasses, I got my ammo, I got my fucking I've got my pistol, my AR, I've got my headphones. It's I've got all the magazines and things like that. It's very hard to carry all this stuff and not look like a fucking weirdo.
What do you got right now? Like a bunch of Walmart bags?
No. I have been at the range. I was at the range. It's funny you mentioned that because I was at the range with my girl one time, and these there's like 5 black guys walked in. They took the 2 stalls next to us, and they were getting their guns and ammo. They had the ammo was all loose and shit, not in the boxes, and they were getting their guns out of like old JCPenney bags and shit. And one of the guys, it was like the old plastic bags, and one of the guys that saw next to us, and they were all flamboyantly gay. Like one guy was shooting his pistol like this. They were all flamboyantly gay.
Wait, these black guys shooting out of JCPenney bags were flamboyantly gay too. That's awesome.
Jesus Christ!
And I almost had a problem because the rule is you keep your gun pointed on range, no matter if it's. So the guy he took his gun out of the bag and it was pointed at us. So I reached around and saw him.
Jesus Christ!
And he turned it again. I was like, bro, he's like, it's not even loaded. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if it's loaded. He pointed at me and my girl.
Right.
And the range master, the guy came over and talked to him. But yeah, this bag is fucking awesome. I can carry
you flamboyant homosexuals. You got to be pointing your guns down.
Uppity fags. Did you fucking pull out the cocksucking faggot like Baldwin and shit?
But this bag,
turn your gun, you cocksucking faggot.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, this bag it carries my rifle great. It has a slot for a second, which means I get to build another one. Yay! Can't wait to do that. Carries my pistol. It carries like 18. It carries like it's kind of like a bug out bag. Too. It carries like so many magazines, all this space, and it has straps on the back that you can put like a backpack and carry shit around. It's actually a great bag. It's only $70. Every time I look at every time I go to a gun store and look for a bag, they're like $130. I'm like, it ain't got to be that goddamn much. I'm just carrying guns around. It is not bulletproof. What the fuck? So yeah, this is it's actually the company that makes it is I forget what it's called. Shit. But the company, it's on the ad right there. I can't remember what it's called.
Tacticon.
Fuck off.
Oh yeah,
Tacticon.
Tacticon. All right. So the
Tacticon. What a
Tacticon.
Tacticon, man, that's like
company,
a Gravy Seal's wet dream.
Well, they say the company was started by veterans. They do have some other things on the website, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
Sounds like a Decepticon.
Fuck yeah.
Transformer and shit.
Boom. All right. Next up is Ashtray. Woe is me, Q believers. This is gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh, don't they hate Trump now?
Well, no, that was the Proud Boys.
Yeah,
who basically said like Trump was a shill. But right now there's just been a number of.
It was pretty funny.
What's that?
The video of that fat bitch crying was pretty funny.
Oh yeah,
that video was funny as fuck.
That's just like how delusional these people are. Where it's just like what should be a private you're having a breakdown. You should like it should be a private moment of like despair, and then you get over it or whatever. But it's like people are like, I gotta film myself fall into pieces. I hope Donald Trump sees it so he saves me. It's just like, oh my god, these people.
Donald Trump.
There were articles written because this QAnon casualties thread where all these people go who have family members who they've basically had to cut off ties with because they're so fucking deep into it. There are these articles where they're like sharing screenshots of text messages where their mother would be like, their mother who's in her 60s is like, you gotta make sure you fill your bathtub up full of water, and you gotta get yourself make sure you get extra cans of gasoline to prepare because they're gonna do a total blackout once Trump flies out and Biden, they're gonna take over. Just be prepared. And they're like, blackout for what?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people. I've heard a lot of people say that like at 11:59 inauguration day, like it was like shit was gonna go down. Like,
family members were were certain, and then they're sitting there watching.
They were certain, like they were coming to take their whiteness. It was gonna happen.
They're waiting
on live TV.
Coming to take our whiteness.
And
that's the best.
One of those guys who was Ron Watkins, one of the
fucking bitch tits.
Yeah, for the 8chan. Who a lot of people think he was Q.
Yeah, right.
Because he was one of the only ones, him and his son, that had they controlled the site. So they could have easily faked any account. But he posted basically like, well, time to keep our chins up and go back to our lives. It's like, is this just your way to be like, I'm done with this fucking Q fantasy? And just, I'm like, what a fucker.
Yeah.
But it is, it's sweet to see these people. And there are still some people, there was even one, so they're starting to splinter, right? Like into the people who want to continue it because they always reset the goalposts.
Mm-hmm.
And there was, so like one of the main, like QAnon sites, the first one is like, anybody who's just saying this isn't real, like, we're banning you. You can't join this conversation anymore because you're non-believers. And then there's another splinter of groups that's like, you know what? Actually, maybe Biden was Q. Biden's the one you talked about. Yes, so now Biden's the one who's going to save us all from the pedophiles. It's just, like, hilarious to see this, like, it was a very loose cult, but it was effective because it was so forgiving. On
like I said, it never ceases to amaze me how white people are not surprised by white people being white people. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I mean, y'all have been doing this for fucking since the dawn of time.
I would love to be a sociologist, and you know how those shows like Big Brother or wherever, they just like stick you in a house and tape you. Like, it's obviously set up because it's reality. But if I was a sociologist, I'd love to work on it if that was an actual controlled experiment.
Mm-hmm.
They could just stuck people in a house and watched their behavior. Because you're right, Ashtray, it's amazing watching how dumb people really are.
Right.
Like, can you imagine putting like fucking 10 QAnon believers, like different factions in a house?
Right. And then dosing them with
fireworks?
acid.
Yeah, and also like you control the memes that you release.
Yeah,
like
oh my
they think
God,
they're
that
just
would be
interacting.
amazing.
Like you can't leave the house, but you can still tweet away and interact with the internet.
Oh my
and they
God.
don't realize
Y'all
that some of
are
the
gonna make them
memes
kill
are being fed.
themselves.
And then you got like you slip messages in there to be like, so and so is fucking. He's not a real believer. He's trying to kill you.
Yeah,
He's from the
right?
deep
No.
state. And then
He
you
said
like
cute.
like the
Yeah,
nurse
he
comes
Plus
in
he
with a
jizzed on
fucking
your
knife.
toothbrush.
Yep.
Like with
He said Q fucked your mom.
Jesus Christ. All right. All right. Next up is the fuck you think section. First up is the we're cool with fucking communicate. What is wrong with y'all? Jesus.
We're
Look,
fucking
y'all
white,
better act like
Teddy.
it's my wedding. Exactly. You're fucking white.
Can't fucking
Jesus
help it,
Christ.
dude. We gotta torture
I
and
gotta-
kill people,
gotta,
okay?
Gotta figure out a way to have, we'll talk about it after the show. There you go. Go ahead.
All right. So yeah, doing this program, finally got the grants to go through. COVID fucking postponed a bunch of shit, whatever, been patient. So one of the things that is really frustrating to me is, as a private individual, it is extremely difficult to get grant money to do any type of programming. That's why everybody sets up a nonprofit, because basically it is very difficult for an individual to do it. In order to get that funding, you need to be sponsored by a nonprofit organization. They get the money, and then they fucking cut you the check. Okay, fine.
You gotta get a bigger nonprofit to basically vouch for you.
Yes, and they have to sign on all the shit, and it goes through all their finances and everything. So fine and dandy, but went through, did all this grant shit, finally got it, did the programming, time to do the rest of it, and it just stops dead at this fucking nonprofit. And it's just like, hey,
the one that's sponsoring you?
Yeah, and it's like, hey, what's going on? Like, do you need anything from me?
We're a nonprofit. That's what's going on.
And I'm not getting fucking anything from these motherfuckers. From this one dude, basically. Everybody else that I was dealing with in the nonprofit was fine. And then the one guy that has the fucking, is dealing with the money, no communication. And I'm thinking, it's like, I do dealings every day, communicating. There is nobody. It's a huge red flag to me when I do not get an email within like a day. Like, it's a major red flag to me to be like, okay, what's going on with this person? And honestly, the most.
But yeah, you're someone who emails like constantly.
But honestly,
you've been watching too many Hitchcock flicks.
The most successful people that I have met in my life, they have been psychotically responsive. Responsive with their shit. I mean, like fucking 15 minutes. Like, I need to call you.
They also never take a break.
They never take a break, right? But there's no excuse in this day and age.
Dude, okay, your eyes are all wide, and you're getting real angry talking about this. You're kind of scared. I haven't seen.
Have you gone around?
Your eyes are
yet?
wide, and you're like, "Fucking call me back, baby.
I
love you."
Not yet, but I'm about to, because it's like, what in the actual fuck? I just need some sort of communication from you. If there's a problem, fucking tell me that there's a problem. I will fix the problem.
Maybe he's actually laundering your money. Maybe he's filling holes of because not all nonprofits are all in the up.
Is he on vacation though, or something? Maybe.
Well, put on your goddamn auto reply, cocksucker.
You're right. Maybe, but it might be that he's just not there.
Or he's he's got bigger fish to deal with right now, and he'll get to you.
Well, at this point, it's been like 2 months. So
you haven't heard from him in 2 months.
Really?
Yeah, we're at like 5 emails at this point.
How much of your money?
5 emails he hasn't responded to.
Yeah. And it's like,
oh shit, why haven't you gone around him?
Well, it's going to be time pretty soon, but it's just like this goes to show
a month and a half
right.
ago for me.
This goes to it's not urgent because the programming has been done, right? But I need the money because I need to spend the money before the end of the fiscal year. So basically, I've done all this work for free up to this point, and everybody else that has been involved with this. So that's what's going on. But it just goes to show what one motherfucker that does not communicate properly can fuck up everything. If you don't so let this be a lesson. Fucking respond to your goddamn emails. All right, there's
I've gotten a lot better with emails. All right, next up is Mystic with Blank.
Yep, that's what I'm talking about. Blank.
Bang. Blank. You didn't see it coming, bitch.
And a blank, y'all. And a blank, y'all.
I just want to say, just stop with the Bernie memes, dude.
Thank you.
They're fucking everywhere, and like some of them just don't even make sense.
Well, some people are just like, oh, look, I got some cheap ass like little phone photo editor. Look, I did the Bernie thing.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
But
Bernie's in my
still though. But I mean, like, think about this. This is probably Bernie's like 10th inauguration.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's been in politics that long. So like, of course he's gonna show up with some mail that he's got to take to the post office afterwards. You know what I mean? They're like, like Bernie showed up like this was on his schedule today, but it ain't the only fucking thing he's got going.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He showed up like Larry David.
Yeah, exactly. Just an old Jew.
What was
other stuff to do today?
Fucking,
What was up with the gifts after the inauguration? I've never seen that when they came and present gifts.
Gifts?
Did y'all not see that shit where they after the inauguration they came and came and presented them with gifts? I've never seen that shit before.
I think that's common. The thing is, we didn't pay attention to these things as much.
You know,
I'm pretty sure that happens. That happens every time. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know,
you remember Trump used a sword to cut his cake? His big long.
Yeah. You remember that?
Yeah. You know, the thing that was annoying to me though is like all this fucking shit on the internet. Like, did you see what so and so was wearing? Oh, the significance of so and so's fucking belt. Yeah. You know, it's just like
I started crying when Lady Gaga pointed at the flag and started singing. What?
Right.
Yeah, right.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes, it is good to have normalcy, but come on. Get it together.
Get the fuck on with life. Go get a coffee. Shut up. You know, like, dude.
It would be nice to have days where you don't hear a damn word from the president.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is
Not
true.
unless you wanted to, like, go and see if his official Twitter account said something, but otherwise, he's got shit to do.
Right.
Right. Anyway, that's
all right. All right, cool. Up next is Ashtray with Give a Guard a Break.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear this fucking story of so the when the National Guard first were deployed in the Capitol, you remember those photos going out of them like sleeping on the fucking marble floors?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, like I asked someone, I was like, why are they sleeping on the floor? It's like, well, they're guarding the Capitol. It's like, well, if it's their turn to sleep, like, Jesus, give them a fucking cot.
Yeah, where are they
gonna
fucking sleep?
And it just
set
sounds
up
like
a perimeter. Why don't?
It sounds like they didn't fully set up logistics very well right away. And then those photos went viral, and it's like the media totally spun them as just like, look at, they're there protecting that Capitol. It's like they're sleeping on the hard ass floor. Like, we should show like some respect.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the whole thing is this is supposed for them protecting democracy. We could at least give them a fucking cot.
Right. Yeah.
And then so I guess that got remedied within a day because it looked bad. Because this was before even the inauguration. So I'm not sure what, how much influence Biden could do, but apparently right after the inauguration, and they had like all the politicians came and shook their hand and thanked them for their service and blah blah blah. They had they had they had basically like set up their own command center areas that were out in the kind of the Congressional Library Mall area, I guess. And then once all the fucking handshakes were done and the photographs were done, basically they ordered, we need you to relocate your command center to like this parking garage over here. And it's like there's photos of them got out. It's just like, well, here's where we gotta sleep now. They were on 12 hours on, 12 hours off duty. And it's like now it's like we're gonna put you in this parking garage. You don't even get Wi-Fi here.
Nope.
It's just fucking Christ.
Yeah, they said also
they're
had
apparently ordered by the Capitol Police. So it's like I don't think it's necessarily like Biden's people did this, but it just fucking like in this day and age, like you have to realize like This shit'll get tweeted around instantly. We'll fucking have our troops on the concrete floor or the marble. Anyways, that's my bitch.
Up next is me with Camera Perv. Here in my town, there's a place. Fucking shit, I gotta pull it up.
Oh, I saw that story. I was thinking, it's like, is that your city where you live?
Yeah, it's like it's like 3
Yeah, I
miles
was like,
from my
that name
house.
rings a bell.
Yeah, where's the name of this place? I can't remember. It's a gymnastics place. I can't remember the name of it. Fucking shit, where's the name of the thing? Anyway, they found a GoPro camera that was hidden in the girl's bathroom. This it's
Like
something
up under
athletics
the
or something.
baby
By
chain.
the
Okay, yeah,
police?
Premier, no, at Premier Athletics, they found somebody had planted a GoPro camera in the girls' bathroom. And when I say girls, I do mean girls. This place is like a gymnastics place.
Yeah.
So there are little
Gymnastics
girls
places
there.
have girls in,
As
grade school.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's fucking this is so fucked up. They when they found this camera, they suspect he's been going on as long as September from 2020.
Yeah.
They think he periodically placed the cameras in there. They have a suspect in mind. They don't want to like tip him off and shit, so they're not really saying anything.
He
more
knows.
than 60
He's
people.
fucked.
Yeah, more than 60 girls were filmed on this thing. They've identified 47 of them, and they notified their parents.
Wow.
This is fucked up. I hope whoever this guy is, that his hindquarters are infested with the fleas of 1,000 camels. I mean, this shit. This is. I mean, this is.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm sure
these
he's
are kids
already in custody. They
I
just
mean,
not
it's
releasing
just.
his name, but
Yeah,
unless
they
he
haven't told us who
fled.
it was. This is fucked up. It's yeah.
The story I
this is-
read is a
This
girl
is a
who
gun
found
town,
it.
buddy. If you.
She gave it to the manager, or like showed it to the manager, and then like showed the manager where she found it, and the manager's like, "Oh, well, I'll write a report up about this," and the girl's kind of like, "We should call the cops." Like, she
Right.
called the
Yeah,
police.
right.
No idea whether that manager was the actual person.
Right.
It was or not. It sounds like it might not have been, but of course the manager is going to be like, "I'll keep this internal so people don't."
Yeah, it's got to
Make
be.
a scene.
It's got to be internal. I mean, it's got to. It's
Right.
not, I don't think. I think it's somebody that fucking works there.
Oh, it sounds like it
I mean,
was. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, it's
probably
yeah,
the
it's
janitor.
Always blame the
it's
janitor.
fucking
Right?
All right,
Like,
he's the
damn,
lowest
dude,
hanging
that's a little
fruit.
presumptuous. Fuck.
This is not my weed, officer. I got it from the janitor. Okay.
Man, this is the fifth time I've
What
been
if it
fired
was
for
the
weed
head of the
advertising.
United Nations?
Yeah.
Yeah, not the janitor.
Kofi Annan.
I'm glad you knew.
It was
who the fuck
Kofi.
I did.
Goddamn. Oh yeah, Kofi.
I did know who the fuck
Damn
it was.
Kofi.
You know, he's had that smile on his face.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Uh,
Well,
He's
in all
always
seriousness, that's our show. Go fuck yourself, camera guy. That's our show. We're gonna be here every Wednesday or Thursday night, whenever the fuck we feel like, because it's our goddamn show. Okay, get that shit straight.
yeah.
10 p.m. Central. Make sure to join the conversation at theredeyereport.com or facebook.com/theredeyereport. You can also Twitter us at redeye_report. Like and share some fuckers. We're down for whatever. I'm Teddy.
I missed it.
Y'all are retarded.
This is Ashtray.
I'm Oracle.
God damn it, you're fucking retarded.
Hey, we
This
were
is the
doing it
Federal
in an orderly fashion.
They were all
No,
great.
y'all were no, y'all. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wanted to be last.
So here's my dilemma. Okay, I got y'all two are coming out of town. I got some other guys that are gonna be here. I've got some raunchy